Hi guys, it's Stuart from Simon and Schuster. We're here today in Rockefeller Center at our neighbors McNally Jackson Booksellers, and this is Bookstore Blitz. Today our very special guest is the author Morgan Pager. What's up, Morgan?
Not much.
This is a very special episode because you're part of the Simon & Schuster family.
I'm the marketing director for Atria Books, one of the S&S imprints.
Shout out to Atria Books. You also just published your very first debut novel. Tell us everything about it, The Art of Vanishing.
Yes, it is a magical love story set in an art museum. It's about the subject of one of the paintings and one of the members of the museum staff who learns she can cross through the frames of the paintings, and they start this seemingly impossible love affair.
Very fun. Let's get to this game. Today we are playing what we're calling the Perfect Stack Challenge. You have 5 minutes to find 5 books, but the catch is that your stack must include a book that you would give your younger self, a book that you would take to a desert island, a book you would hide from your parent or your spouse, a book that you have always wanted to read but you never have, and then lastly, a wild card, anything and everything. All right, let's do this. We got 5 minutes on the clock. The game begins right now.
Right now, okay. We're gonna start an American Lip. Ooh. I wrote this one. All right, let me alphabetically orient myself. First book found, Who Will Run the Frog Hospital?
You kind of have a leg up because
I spent a lot of time in this bookstore.
You know the score.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Haha. A clunker to carry around the store, but we've got it. I'm looking for the science fiction section. Ha. There we go.
Oh, boom, clocked it.
How much time is left on the clock?
You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Ah, okay. Food writing, cooking, graphic novels.
What are you looking for?
Plays.
Plays, all right, follow me.
Oh, okay, Stuart. We need a ha.
Hard to miss.
Enormous. This is the biggest version I could have chosen.
All right, we have a minute and 20 seconds on the clock.
Whew. I could have picked some lighter books.
What's it like working in publishing and writing your own book?
It's so fun. I have such sympathy for our authors and what they go through. I feel like I know a lot about the industry, but also I learned a lot. The copy edit process was way more fun than I thought it was gonna be, having never been on that side of it. I'm gonna sneakily pick up my 5th book.
Ooh, okay. And that's that?
I think we're done, yeah.
All right. All right, Morgan, you did it. Walk us through it. So first up, we have the book that you would give your younger self.
Yes, I chose Who Will Run the Frog Hospital by Laurie Moore, which is a perfect read in a day novel, one of my favorite genres. And it's about 2 15-year-old friends. And I think it's a book I will read every decade of my life. And I read it for the first time when I was 25 or 26. I wish I'd read it at 15 when I was their age. I had a lot of amazing and complicated friendships. And I think that I would have seen a lot of myself in this book if someone had given it to me as a teenager.
Okay, next up, we have a book that you would take to a desert island.
I would choose the collected works of William Shakespeare. I'm a huge Shakespeare nerd. I was a theater studies major in college. My favorite play is The Winter's Tale, and I've read it a dozen times. I collect copies of it, and I have almost 35 now.
Wow.
But I would bring the whole collected works because I feel like there's so much to unpack in here. There are plays I'm not familiar with. There are plays I'd like to revisit. Yep. And I feel like it could work as a medicine ball. I feel like it serves some desert island purposes as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And next up, we have a book that you would hide from your parents or your partner.
So I wouldn't really hide anything from my parents or my partner. However, I read Duck's Newburyport when lockdown first started in 2020, and I read 15 pages of it a day. I called it my daily Ducks. And I think at first my family was charmed by it, and then it dragged on for a really, really, really long time. I loved this book. It's all stream of consciousness. It reads as one sentence, except for a couple interstitials that are told from the perspective of someone else. I won't spoil it. But I think that if my family or my husband saw me pull this out again, they would be like, we're not going back there.
Have you gone crazy? Okay, next up we have a book you've always wanted to read, but you just never have.
Okay, so I've been getting into fantasy in the last few years, and the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin keeps coming up in recommendations. It was on that New York Times list of the best books of the 21st century so far. It won the Hugo Award, and I'm embarrassed to say I have brought it with me on 3 vacations and haven't had the chance to read it when we've gotten on those trips. So I feel like for this prompt, I had to pick the book that I'm next on my TBR as soon as I can focus on something that's not work and not something I feel like I need to be reading. I'm going into this book and then probably into the series before I come out.
The last book we have is your wild card pick, Audition.
Okay, this is the book I cannot stop thinking about this year. It puts you inside the head of a woman who is rehearsing for a play in New York. It's a totally unreliable narrator where you have no idea what's happening in real life and what's happening in her head. It has one of the craziest endings of a book I've ever read. I'm still trying to figure out what happened, and I love talking to people about it. And I just don't know that enough people are reading it. I love Katie's work, and I think this is a beautiful novel. Also, you could read it in a sitting or two.
I'm sold. I love it. What else do you have cooking? Your new novel is just missed out. You're making big bestsellers at Atria Books.
We are.
What else are you working on?
I'm working on my second novel now. I'm about a third of the way through. It's also magic. It's also fun.
Nice.
Still making social media content. And yeah, as you said, still working on making bestsellers at Atria.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll see y'all.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for reading. Let us know in the comments which books are in your perfect stack. See you next time on Bookstore Blitz.